So, I'm Fitz Tepper, a writer at TechCrunch, and I'm here with John Shi, the founder and CEO of Beyond Screen, with your product Beyond Tablet.
A lot of Beyond.
Does anyone get confused with the screen and tablet?
I'm confused.
So, tell us about Beyond Tablet, your first product.
Okay. So Beyond Tablet basically is a large smart tablet without a display screen. And you probably wonder, with VRs and screens and everything, how can you play a tablet without a screen? And as you can see this is Beyond Tablet. And it really doesn't do very much. However,
it does a lot. We're about to show them what it does.
Exactly. So if you place the game map,
so you buy the base separately, and then you sell games.
And then you have the games.
Separately.
And in this particular case, this is a music game.
Oh, there's sound. So when you buy the base, you get games included?
They're sold separately. So
Okay,
Beyond
sold
Tablet
separately.
is a generic platform, and then you buy separate game packages. And as I was telling you guys, once you put a game map onto the board, this whole thing becomes a smart digital musical instrument. And this is how.
So how does the board sense what is on it?
The board senses what is on it based on two technologies. One is capacitive sensing. Basically, this is a giant screen for capacitive sensing with force touch capability. It can sense a very small capacitive coupling as well as a very large coupling, such as the human finger. In addition, it can recognize the ID of objects.
RFID tags?
RFID tags, yes, indeed.
So each, I'm going to take this off for a sec to
Sure.
show them. So it said bye-bye when I lifted it up.
Yeah, exactly.
I like that. So each of these have RFID tags in them.
Yes, indeed.
And then the sensors are below.
Yes.
And as soon as you put it on,
The game starts.
and it knows what's on there.
Yep, now the music sounds and the game has started.
So tell me about why didn't you just make a big tablet with a screen?
Because I build this for children, and this is the most natural way of children play, which is to play with real objects, such as a music cube. Okay? You place the music cube on top, you start to hear music.
And these also have RFID
Yes, indeed.
sensors in them.
So each cube has 6 different sides. Each side has a different music melody. So you can combine different sides to create a melody that you like.
And then I'm going to,
Yes.
how many fingers can I do at once?
Oh,
So it'll sense like how many maximum touches at once?
hundreds.
Hundreds.
Hundreds. So a smartphone or tablet will only allow you to touch 11 points. On Beyond Tablet, you can sense hundreds of touch points independently, and each point is a force touch. In other words, each point can sense a soft touch and a hard touch. And that makes the musical instrument a lot more expressive than a simple musical instrument. So in this particular case, once you have placed these cubes, Beyond Tablet recommend keys for you to press. And the child play with the cubes and the keyboard, and once they have created a piece of music they like, they can simply press here, and they can upload the music to the cloud to share with family and friends.
But it's not just music. You have
It's not just
20
music.
games out.
Exactly. So let me just show you a different game.
Okay.
I'm going to set this aside first.
Okay. So I'll tell the audience a bit about, I guess, the game model while you set that up. So there are 20 games now that you're all making in-house. That's correct? That's correct. And who came up with the concepts for these games? You knew that one. Sorry to put you on the spot.
I have 4 children, and when they were little, they were cute and fun, and they always play things with you.
They don't do that anymore?
Not as much, because each of them now has iPhone and a tablet and a computer screen. And when they start to play with those things, we as parents disappear. And I think parents in this audience probably identify with that kind of feeling. All of a sudden, your little adorable, cute kid has become a monster if you try to grab the iPad away from them, right? So I thought that really hurts, right? So, however,
And that's where the idea for this
exactly.
was born.
So I thought, okay, how can I create something the entire family can play together? And that's the idea. And when you play together, I borrow the concept from the good old traditional board game, right? But they're fun, but they're hard to set up, and they're kind of cumbersome. And besides, this is the digital age. So that's why we created Beyond Tablet as a platform for tangible games that family and children can enjoy together. And it's a large form factor, so multiple people can play the same game together.
So what's this game you just put on?
Okay, so this game is a puzzle game.
It looks really complicated.
It's actually quite simple. So here.
Oh, so when you buy this game set, it comes with the mat?
Yes.
And then all of these
the game
pieces?
map and all the game pieces.
Okay.
So you can see there. Okay, anyway. So 4 colors and 4 symbols. So Beyond Tablet will ask you to place a few things on the board. For example, I'm just going to show you without running the software. For example, it's going to tell you to place a few things like this.
And it knows which pieces where.
It does. Okay. If you make a mistake, it's going to tell you. Okay. And let's just say that.
Got it.
Okay. And so now the child is supposed to look at the 5 pieces on the board, think in 2 dimensions, symbol and color. And obviously that's easy for an adult, but it's very, very difficult for a child, 3 or 4 years old.
Yeah.
Right? They only think 1 dimension. So this expands their mental flexibility and think in sort of 2 dimensions and 2 different set of rules, color and symbol. So they'll look at this picture and they say, hey, maybe here is color, same color, and there is symbol, same symbol. Now with that as a guidance, they can finish the puzzle by placing these things on top in this fashion. There. Okay? And
okay.
Yeah, something like that. No, I'm not running the software. I'm just randomly creating.
Oh, never mind.
So,
Okay, got it.
to make sure that, because the sound is very, very low.
Got it.
But that's how you play this game. And in later stages, actually, the game rules can be very complex. So, it can be hard for adults as well. But this game is a logic puzzle that adults can play together with their child.
So what really interested me when we first started talking is your business model.
Sure.
Because you're building the board, and then you have about 20 games you're making in-house right now.
Yes.
But the plan is to open this up.
Yes, absolutely.
To other game developers.
Absolutely.
Tell me about that a bit.
So our...
Becoming like an Xbox of sorts.
Yes. Our aspiration is to bring this to every child in every living room. Because I think if you think about the kind of things you do in a living room, right? There isn't a very good platform for family members to come together, look eye to eye, and engage in some kind of activity. And I think that's horrible. Certainly you can play a PlayStation game where everybody is looking at the same screen, but then you're really not looking at each other.
What if we're all on the phones, the whole family in the room? Group texting? My family does that sometimes.
That happens in our family living room all the time. And believe me, as a dad, I find that experience to be not ideal situation. So that's why I want to create a platform other developers, third-party game developers can develop games on top of Beyond Tablet. So we can all together change how families spend their family activity in the living room.
So, and are you going to keep making games in-house? And what do you think will be the difference between the games you make in-house, and then what do you want third-party game developers to bring?
Same. Hopefully, I think eventually third parties will be building and creating more interesting, more popular games than us.
That's good.
And
you'll
be
charge
really
them a percentage fee, or how will that model work?
Yes. So what will happen is third party will, let's say you have an idea, and you provide an idea. If you don't have software capability, we have the capability. If you develop software yourself, fine. We can actually help to make the physical products. And so really just any possibilities are open. As long as you have a great game idea and we love it, collectively we can make it happen.
And tell me about the timeline for this to happen, the timeline for developers to start building games for the platform and for this to be in stores.
So all these games right now are in mass production stage, all injection mold, manufacturer finished. We can produce large volume right now, and we're looking for distributors in North America and other part of the world. And possibly Q2 will be the time for a market commercially available on the market.
Got it. So last question, price. Have you announced
Yes.
anything yet? How much will it be?
Most likely, the board is going to be below $300. How much below is a question mark. It really depends on
I mean,
a lot of different
$299,
factors.
$99?
It could be $299, it could be $159. It depends. I don't really know. I'm not good at marketing.
And then a game. Quick,
Yes.
like how much would that cost a game? $20,
Game package
$10,
will be like, yeah,
$30?
$20, $30, $50.
Got
Yes.
it.
Yes.
Thank you so much, John. I'm looking forward to seeing this in stores.
Can I just have 1 more minute to show different games, just very, very quickly?
Just hold it up, because they're pulling me off
All right,
stage.
okay. So we have
Like, very quickly.
music game, and we have a battle submarine game, and adaptation of the battleship game concept, but much more interactive. And we have different games like mindless game like Monster Crash.
Okay.
Lot of different
Thank you
games.
so much, John.
Okay, thank you.
There we go. Good job. Essentially, he's got lots of games. Okay.